They refused to push me in a wheelchair.
The BMI is an outdated method.
Let's stop promoting disordered eating.
Don't be like this.
All right, listen up. It's your girl Jay, and I got something to say right now, right here. Today, I want to go ahead and talk about SeaTac Airport. You hear that plane? Well, I'm staying right outside SeaTac right now at an incredible hotel that I've gotten to partner with. But I have something to say, and I think you want to hear it. If you're familiar with my experience at SeaTac, where they refused to push me in a wheelchair, you saw that video, and they refused to push me because I was too fat.
They didn't refuse. They were physically incapable. Expecting employees to exert themselves beyond their physical capacity isn't at all unreasonable.
And they had absolutely no consideration for my physical health, my well-being, my needs, none of the above. Well, I thought maybe I was the only person that happened to experience that, and it was just something that was really uncommon. And then I talked to someone incredible in our community, and they're a much smaller fat person than I am, and they experienced the same damn thing. Then I talked to someone else who has also experienced something very similar. And you know what? Enough is enough.
Enough is enough. All SeaTac employees should go to the gym to gain strength.
You know what? Enough is enough. If you've ever had a bad experience with SeaTac, we would love for you to come out and be part of the protest. Let's show them that they cannot treat people like this. They cannot treat anyone like this, and they cannot treat fat people like this. This is unacceptable, and it's discrimination, and it will not be tolerated any longer. So if you want to be a part of this protest, DM me tonight, DM me tomorrow, but let's go ahead and make it happen. We will be at SeaTac Airport Tuesday, February 4th. If you want to protest at SeaTac in solidarity with me, come on by. If you see me at SeaTac, please come up and say hello. Stand in solidarity with us. SeaTac will be held accountable for their actions. We will not stand for this any longer. If you've had an experience like this, please share it with me via DM or drop it in the comments. Let's start the conversation because this needs to be talked about.
Expecting other people to physically struggle for your convenience isn't exactly the social justice flex you think it is.
Yeah, and my bag was too heavy.
I loved your work in Return of the Jedi.
Star Wars, Rise of the Blood Pressure.
Who's gonna push them around the protest?
It's unfair to ask workers to risk their bodies and very livelihoods for her leisure and travel.
Please keep up, I'm your huge fan. You're my massive inspiration.
And they were discriminating my bag because it was over the weight limit.
They have no consideration of your health. I think it's you that don't have any consideration of your own health.
Holding a sign to protest is a good choice since you can barely speak. Let's watch the video. I think this is the one she is referring to.
My ordeal at SeaTac Airport will shock you. This experience I'm about to share with you is yet another example of why employee sensitivity training, a demand outlined in the plus-size travel petition, is desperately needed.
Yes, the real crisis of our time. Forget economic struggles, political corruption, or global conflicts. What we really need is training, so employees can be more enthusiastic about pushing heavy objects uphill.
I'm a plus-size wheelchair user, and on a recent flight to the SeaTac Airport, I requested wheelchair assistance, as I always do. When it came time for me to deplane, I saw the employee who would be assisting me with my wheelchair waiting for me in the entry of the jet bridge. As I approached her and she realized she'd be assisting me and not one of the smaller passengers, she started to walk away with the wheelchair while making comments about my size.
How dare this employee suddenly realize physics exists?
Even when I told her I really needed the chair and needed her to let me sit down in it, she blatantly ignored me and kept walking. I was then forced to walk up one of the longest jet bridges I've encountered, and she didn't stop. By the time she let me reach the wheelchair and sit down, my lips were white. My oxygen levels had dropped and I almost fainted. This was my first time flying without oxygen. This woman just assumed I could walk and would rather me do that, instead of her having to push someone my size up the jet bridge. All the other attendants wheeled their passengers up the jet bridge, but my needs were disregarded. This is discrimination. Nobody should be treated this way. Share your story at change.org/size travel.
So basically, an airport employee wasn't able to push someone up a long ramp, and somehow this is a national emergency. I guess personal responsibility and common sense got delayed at the gate. Stay tuned for next week's petition, making burgers cheaper.
What is your plan if there is an emergency evacuation?
Thank God you survived.
Maybe her other job is a personal trainer, and she was trying to help you.
Conclusion. No one owes you anything. Take accountability.
What is the most effective way that people can lose weight? One of the things...
Eat less food, do more exercise.
No, you were talking... It's not in the room.
Is education illegal?
I want to talk about something really exciting that has just come out today with the New York Times. And this is an article that is talking about how finally, like a lot of folks that exist in a larger body have been saying for so long, the BMI is an outdated method. What I love in here is that there's a doctor in here.
A doctor? Singular? Well, if one doctor says it, I guess we should just throw out everything.
What I love in here is that there's a doctor in here that's quoted saying that they were using imprecise methods that were outdated to try to gauge on what a healthy weight is. The doctor went on to say as well that how do you determine what is an ideal weight versus a sick weight?
What a mystery. It's almost like we have decades of research on things like heart disease, diabetes, and mobility issues that might give us a clue. But no.
Ideal weight versus a sick weight, especially if you're going by BMI, and that has proved nearly impossible to do. So I'm very excited for this. I'm very excited that they're at least having this conversation, and I am really crossing my fingers, especially over the next 4 years, that this is something that we look at a little bit more and we shed light on a little bit more, because there is not a lack of discrimination going around. There's quite a lot of it, and it would be really nice if this outdated method went bye-bye.
So, the BMI is bad because it tells people things they don't want to hear. People who don't like their BMI are against the BMI. Truly an earth-shattering revelation. And why do fat people fight the idea of BMI? Why does this matter so much to you?
All you have is muscles, right?
Anything but accountability.
We change science based on how we feel.
Fat pregnant person here. Me and baby keep passing every test they throw at us, and yet I'm still high risk for my BMI and they want me to deliver early. We are literally healthy. So ridiculous.
Conclusion. Focus on more important things. Look at the big picture.
I kind of have to force myself to eat right now. I'm going to be eating 3 pretty big slices of pizza. Pepperoni. I'm not really a pepperoni girl, but oh well. And the only reason why I'm eating 3 pieces is because I did not eat all day. And I literally feel like I probably won't eat much later. Lately, I've been loving just raw vegetables. And if I sat here and ate carrots and stuff, I'd get full so fast and probably only eat 100 calories. Not enough. I am eating unhealthy, but I do not eat like this every day. I do want you guys to know that I'm the queen of moderation. I lost 89 pounds before. I need to get something in my system, and the only thing that we really have right now is pizza. This really is good though. I'm being 100% honest right now. If I was not filming this mukbang, I probably wouldn't be eating. I don't feel hungry.
She definitely found the 89 pounds she lost, and I'm guessing that it brought friends.
The fact that she couldn't even name another vegetable.
Let's stop promoting disordered eating. Let's stop promoting disordered eating. Let's stop it. Let's stop it. Let's stop it. Let's stop promoting disordered eating. Let's stop it. Let's stop it. Let's stop it. Let's stop it. Okay.
This movement is the only exercise you have done in a while. And how old are you? Let's promote ordered eating.
Preach.
Conclusion. Grow up. Don't be entitled.
These are cool things I can fit under my belly fat. A size 11 retro. My laundry basket. The fan I used to sleep at night with. My laptop. My scale I never weigh myself with. Get in there. Ooh. And your motherfucking trash ass opinions about my weight. Don't do that.
Can I fit?
Ignore the comments, you're bigger than that.